Yeah, good morning. Let's get started.
It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, Maiyegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say Maiyegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Maiyegun diary politico, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh yo yo. Maiyegun don come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Maiyegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Maiyegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Maiyegun don't come. So
Good morning and welcome to Maiyegun's Diary Politico. Today is 20th of September 2020 and another episode of Maiyegun's Diary Sunday Sermon. So today I'm going to just take you further through my ongoing updates about the Edo State political abracadabra and the drama going on. So we deserve to know, even though some of you are already, I know that there are some of you who are already one way or the other, thinking that probably Maiyegun have anything or has anything for the PDP or for your APC. But that is where you kind of be missing it. You see, information, getting to know about what is going on around you so that you don't sound dumb when when conversation around politics is coming up or is being discussed around you, you don't look dumb and stupid when people begin to tell you events that actually happened while you are alive. So that is why on Maiyegun's Diary, we have the opportunity of exploring all issues, right? Discussing them, raising our own vital, point from them, and then learning from what you think is right, that should be done, learning from their own atrocities and using them as a good example of why Nigeria will never work. And that is why we will take this up again today. If you are a PDP supporter, listen, we all deserve information. We all deserve to know the truth. We all deserve to know what is going on. And doing so is a fundamental right that your politicians, the political class, the religious class have done enough, so much to deny you. So thank God for social media. Social media now makes every simple issue that they have made so complicated in the past so easy to actually process now, except for those who have voluntarily chosen to be dumb. So Edo election don't come, it don't go. The result is nearly completed. Obaseki has won the election. That you can take that away from the call today. Take it away from this conversation. Is one. Facts, figures, numbers, they've all backed him up on that. But there are so many other dramas surrounding the election. There are so much expectation from so many of us who have been monitoring the development in the past 2 years, especially when the drama between Adams Oshiomhole and Obaseki began. So when the problem started, it was meant to be a tiny in-house family political scuffle, but it later snowballed, metamorphosed into what later became a political tsunami that eventually consumed Adams Oshiomhole as national chairman of APC. So I need to take you through that too, because when we get to the point whereby the desperados, the League of Godfathers, the political criminals, especially the one from Lagos, Thiefnubu, the Jaga bandits, the Jaga Wiri of Lagos. I know today I'm going to have so many Lagos Abobakus on Maiyegun's diary. So guys, you are going to have visitors, first-timers, who are going to come down here to try and tell you that, in fact, you are wrong about the Thiefnubu. In fact, they will come attack you on this broadcast. Relax, okay? This is, this is our own truth temple, the temple of truth, whereby we heal all those mad people. You are going to have many friends on the broadcast this morning. So before the League of political criminals, political jobbers, the senior political crook, including this guy, for those of you who remember him, the Babariga mobile banking CEO, the Gandola of Kano. So they had to make him their, you know what I mean? They had to make a Gandola their campaign chairman. This was the man they sent to people of Edo State when the desperation became so obvious. But before he got to all of this, it started like a family problem. What happened? They said Obaseki was not sharing money. That's where the story started, though. He wasn't sharing money. It was, in fact, alienating the people in his government. That everyone working with him, they told their Oga Oshiomhole that Obaseki was becoming so distant. Then the issue of the House of Assembly membership, because that's another thing that they are now clinging on, the reason why Oshiomhole Obaseki should never be returned, or should be denied the ticket of APC as a governor. Same thing Ambode, they did to Ambode in Lagos. What happened? They said Obaseki failed to inaugurate or refused to inaugurate House of Assembly members who are loyal to Adams Oshiomhole, the national chairman of APC. And therefore, the governor was acting all by himself like a dictator. So, because of this, he needed to be punished. On the other hand, the governor said they were asking him to share state money. Oshiomhole wanted him to spend state money and all of that on him and his party. And he said no. He wanted to spend it on the people. And true to that, from the evidence we have gathered, right? They say Obaseki, they pay pension. No, that's why pensioners, they vote for him. They said Obaseki, right, chased all tout out of Benin Street, Benin Market. People who they collect, all those thugs, Kabaka and Co., who they collect Roger, tax from people, harassing people, right? So they said Obaseki chased them away, and they all ran back to their godfather, Oshiomhole. So, because of that, they said Obaseki will not get a return ticket. And like joke, Obaseki retaliated, and they suspended Adams Oshiomhole from his own ward. That was the first fire. The first shot Obaseki fired at Oshiomhole. They suspended Oshiomhole. How is that possible? That's what? A ordinary word. Want to suspend national chairman. Are they mad? So Oshiomhole camp, they didn't do anything serious. Obaseki, who initiated the suspension of Oshiomhole, took that suspension and ensured that all the executive members of APC in that ward, Oshiomhole's ward, signed that suspension letter so that it would be legal. They now took it to the court and they got a court injunction that said Oshiomhole shouldn't be the national chairman of APC because he has been suspended by his own ward. So before Oshiomhole could react, there's already a court injunction that says Oshiomhole should leave office, should vacate office immediately. That was when Oshiomhole felt like, wow, so you want to kick me out of the party? Because we are not going to give you the party ticket. Now, let's see how that plays out. True to his word, he fired on, and he couldn't find anybody else in APC that would do the job better than Obaseki, only for him to go back to the same man, Izeyamu, that Oshiomhole said this about 4 years ago.
Go to law school. If you are not a professional, die-hard, pathological liar who says God will not win, even they can say so, God must win. God must win. Let any one man living raise his hand and say, no, God will not win. You know what finish? God must.
So that was Oshiomhole shouting 4 years ago, shouting, God must win, God must, and all of that. So, and it was against Izeyamu. Izeyamu was called names. It was called this and that by Oshiomhole and all of that. But eventually, like joke, Oshiomhole was replaced as national chairman of APC. Like joke. And when that happened, meanwhile, Oshiomhole was on a project for the Lagos landlord, the Jaga bandit, the Jagawiri of Lagos, Thiefnubu. So he was on a mission for Thiefnubu's presidency in APC. That was why he brought him to be the party chairman then. I don't want to take you through the story again. For those who really know, for those who have been following, you will understand. So when this small, tiny ward executive that the powerful Bodilon, Abuja, all those powerful politicians underrated, they became the real issue that eventually led to constitutional crisis, that led to Oshiomhole losing his chairmanship position. That was when they became desperate. That was the moment they became desperate, because that automatically took away the power Oshiomhole has and holding for Thiefnubu, right? The power he's holding in the party for him, that took away the power and gave it to Buni, the governor from Nasarawa, or I don't know, Buni Zamfara or Nasarawa. That gave that power to him, took away the power from Oshiomhole. Oshiomhole became like Abaka, a street dog. Now, so desperate to prove something to his godfather, because Oshiomhole is not even a godfather. He has a godfather. His own godfather is Thiefnubu, the Lagos drug addict. So this now when their desperation became so tensed, and they realized that something needed to be done, right? They forced the drug baron out. They said, Thiefnubu, maybe if you do a video, right? If you do a video for the Edo people, because you know what I mean. And then, remember when you went to Edo? I'll show you the video when he went to Edo, right? Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, I'll show you the video when Oshiomhole took him to Edo. So when that didn't really work, they had to make him make a video. Honestly speaking, it was act of desperation. But watch this one first. That was then, back then, when they are, when they are like trying to romanticize the Edo elite. Okay. So when that didn't work and the election was just about a week away, they had to force Thiefnubu out, probably on something. I didn't, well, maybe you should be the judge. Watch this. And Thiefnubu came out and said, Edo people, they went to vote for Obaseki. Reject Obaseki. Because Obaseki is not a Democrat. He is not a Democrat. And this is a man that denied a state governor the opportunity of running for a second term on the party ticket. Denied him completely. Not even gave him a chance to contest. Right? So he had to send a message to Edo people and said, well, Edo Bene people, I want you to vote for Obaseki. Listen to him. And this is what eventually nailed the coffin of these political charlatans, these political jobbers, these old political criminals. And that is where I'm coming to, because I still have a message to take out of that. But listen to this again.
I, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, want to appeal as a committed Democrat and a leader of all Democrats, regardless of political party, to our conscience and our commitment to democracy today on the forthcoming election in Edo State. I want to appeal to you to reject Godwin Obaseki in this coming election. I have suffered with many others to bring about this democratic regime that today we are enjoying in the country. Then, Godwin Obaseki didn't participate in any aspect of the struggle to enshrine democracy in the country. Therefore, he could not understand the value and the pains that was associated with this democratic struggle. He was elected a governor by you people of Great Edo State because he presented himself to you then as a Democrat, and he was sworn in after winning the election. No one prevented.
He's talking rubbish, and this is how you should see it. Good enough, the Edo people don't reply on. Me, I just won't have my own, okay? He said he's the leader of all Democrats in Nigeria, irrespective of the political party. You see the way he's talking there? You don't know what we contributed. That's how Yoruba leaders talk, eh? That's how they talk. Whenever they are talking to their mugus, some of them are watching me right now, okay? You know, when you see a leader talking to you, as if to say he's sincere, he's honest, he's saying the truth. So you will want to be like, oh, okay, oh, that's true. Hey, and they suffered for us, so, okay. And it's true, we may not even understand how much they suffered, though. Hey, it's true, Obaseki didn't suffer for democracy, Tinubu suffer, and the whole millions of us are enjoying the democracy, exactly, we should respect elders, born slaves. They are watching me right now. That's how Yoruba fake leaders, the fake Yoruba leaders, that's how they talk. The fake criminals leading Yoruba land, that's how they talk, right? They lie. He said he fought for democracy. Tinubu didn't fight for democracy. That's another narrative that good enough, he's had enough money, okay? He's had enough money to buy the media in Yoruba land. Even the media, the TV station that streamed that video, is owned by him, TVC, he owns it. He's bought almost all the journalists in the Southwest, even outside the Southwest Nigeria. So they can make him look like a hero of democracy. He's a criminal. And I'll continue to say it. And many of you are still going to come to agree with me in the long run, okay? Now, this is what happened. Boko Haram didn't fight for democracy. Boko Haram destroyed democracy, okay? This Thiefnubu that ran away also from Nigeria, from Abacha guns, he ran away. And from then he was living as a political asylum in London under the protection of the Queen and the government of the UK at the time. So Bokwari didn't in any way supported democracy. Bokwari destroyed it in 1984. In 2015, this fake Democrat, Thiefnubu, brought Bokwari back and said, Bokwari is now a repentant, let me say, reformed Democrat. Remember? That's what they told you, Abi. Now, you have seen what a reformed Democrat turned the country to in 5 years. And this Mr. Democrat, leader of all Democrats, demonic rats, is quiet and is preaching democracy to people in Edo because Obaseki is not listening to them at the time. He said Obaseki won an election. People voted for him. And Obaseki was also asking the people again to vote for him. And a man from Lagos who denied a state governor, Ambode, the opportunity as well to at least test his own popularity, if people would follow him or not. But we are coming to that. Don't let us miss other parts. So the election began proper yesterday. The drama began. But there's a video that I want to replay again. And this video seems to represent the mood of the old people, the pensioners in Edo. And we cannot ignore that. They are the people. The system has limited everyone to this, limited the people in Nigeria to these two horse race, fuckery, PDP, APC. But nevertheless, the people seems to even have clear reason why they chose Obaseki too, which we must not ignore. Let's listen to this woman.
What can see? He's coming back in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yes. Oshomola is a rogue. He's a thief. He carry my pension money. I be want go Aso Rock, go block road, disgrace. Nonsense.
Oh.
That they show me na Buhari. So stupid. Oh, Yegu. Now, experience is the best. Yes. Now what here? Now will. He chop. Yes.
Okay.
Pull over.
Okay.
Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Oh, Yegu. Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Pull over. Yes, God. Now remove Oshomole.
Oh.
Let him go home and bury his head.
Yeah.
Fuck shit, man.
Yeah, mama the mama. Power to the people. Obaseki, you are Ward 1.
Yes.
Okay.
He's coming back in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Whether the devil likes it
or not.
It's a gospel.
Amen.
God win. God don't win.
God don't win. Thank you, Baba.
Yeah, God bless us.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So I decided to bring that back because that was an old woman who happened to be a pensioner. She's upset. She's upset with Oshiomole because she said, Oshiomole stole my pension. That will not make any sense to a political alimajiri or a Buhari din or a Buhari didini, a Buhari denotu or a Buhari dijatu, a Buhari shuku or Ngoziari or Nnekahari, an obedient fool, humbled slave or sophisticated moron. You know what I mean? Or this their premium Buhari dins, Buhari didinis, the abroad-based Buhari dins, Buhari didinis, the Mumu Madus, the Bele lecturers and the Mumu lecturers. Or their counterfeit cousins and partners on social media, which are the social media bandits and the Facebook adsmen. It will not make any sense to them for a pensioner to feel pained that a government stole a pension, and to her, someone came again to pay that pension. So it won't make any sense to you, and to you, yada. I get that. But that, I decided to bring that back because the woman said in Jesus' name, and I know some of you love this Jesus' name very, very powerfully. So I brought that back and it seems that worked. Let's go into the election proper, the drama. People were caught, beaten up. People were trying to steal ballot boxes. So the victory of that election, if there's going to be one called election, yeah, the victory indeed should be given to the Edo people. They were given two choices in this case, yeah, PDP or APC. So they decided to reject what they called godfatherism. Let's respect that. And they decided to what? To re-empower someone they believed is on their side. Let us also respect that. But they did something. They defied all the military, the military deployed and all of that to come and fight them. They defied all of them, stood their ground and said, no, Edo is not Lagos. So imagine this number of military men sent to go and, protect election in Edo, while Southern Kaduna is burning, while, 80% of the northern part of Nigeria are no longer safe, but they are pretending. But here they are protecting the election in Edo. So eventually they sent Thiefnubu back to Lagos with a new agbada that says Edo no be Lagos. So, but let's go in. How did they prove that Edo no be Lagos? I'll be picking up on few videos I picked up here and there, and you will listen to them, and you hear how people stood up. They were not even standing up as PDP, APC. They were just looking for those who were coming to stop people from voting or trying to take over their vote, and they did so well. Honestly, listen. Watch this. This is the first time in the morning when they said they couldn't find resource sheet, for some elections there, right? But where people really took on those who came to intimidate them, those who came to buy their vote, those who came to share money, and so on and so forth. People actually took them up. Do not overlook that, okay? That on its own is a revolution that eventually will happen and consume the entire system. It is brewing. The awareness is so high. The people are so woke now, but with time, it will breed a larger one. What is?
So let's put the money from you. Okay, very good. You will take us where you will take us. Just remember so you want to take my money? You cannot. I'm a lawyer. You cannot. You are a lawyer? Yes, you cannot. Yes.
You are a lawyer?
Yes, I am.
Then you are not APC what chairman?
I'm APC leader.
APC leader?
Yes.
Then you now took money to a police unit to buy vote today.
From who did I buy vote?
We have the video. The boy we caught with money. He said that you are the one that gave him money to such money in the police unit.
You cannot take my phone. Don't call anybody. Take my phone. Are you? What? You take my phone.
You want people want to create. Sit down here. Sit down. Okay, you want to die for it? Can you here leave this place? Are you mad? Do you know what you come for? Do you know what you come for? Do you know what you come for?
Bros, you are just creating.
Sit down here. Sit down.
You want to create?
Sit down here. Sit down here.
You are just creating.
I'm glad to see for what you are doing. Electoral offences. Listen to me. For electoral offences, you commit electoral offences. You are saying you don't do what you do. You know what the inspector police give, the deity give. For an election ground, you are buying a voter card. Eh? Come. You said that you have the right to buy voter card.
Yeah, he says he's a lawyer.
That you are a lawyer. That you have the authority to buy vote.
I have not said. I didn't tell you.
Do you know what's called electoral? Do you know what's electoral offences?
You said you are
a lawyer. You gave him money to buy vote for you. That's what you said.
No. You use your father's house.
Where you?
Sit down. Talk to him. Talk to him. You're going to pick all of you here. Yes. Go know him. I will start to resurrect you. I don't know that you are a fool. Sit down there. Sit down. That you said you are a lawyer, that you have right to buy vote.
You said so.
You said you are a lawyer, you have
I did not
to buy vote for
you. Gave me money.
And the same
money found in his possession. Say it's your money.
It's your money.
Okay, what are you doing with such amount of money in an election ground?
I can't you behind. I'm trying to tell the money from.
Who are you?
Then
you said open that your bar. Pour down. See, if you run,
fire you.
Make the other boy go on there with that boy. Go on there with that boy.
See you see what should I call it stupidity can do to people. A lawyer who is at a polling unit to buy election, he got caught, treated like a common criminal that he is. Yeah, look at that. That is what, as they say for church, that now wasting devil will do for you to that. If you are dining with the devil, now so devil they shame person, go shame you. Like you and shame go become, partners. A lawyer, person will go school. They buy vote. Like, that. Shameless people. But they are proud. By the way, you will see him in another big jeep tomorrow. He will visit his church. And probably if Eze Yamu had won, he will be given an appointment. And he too will be walking about with a policeman. And they will say he's an honorable person. We have to respect him. And he's an elderly person too. Do you know his age? Do you know how educated he is? Do you know who you are talking to? There are many, so many of them are on Maiyegun's diary right now, typing. My friend, shut up. You don't understand. They are a bunch of rogues. They will catch you. Now so then go shame you. Your own foolishness. Now so they go shame you one day. That is how Nigeria is. Nigeria is meant to destroy you psychologically, physically, and everything about you, and make you look so foolish and so disgraceful that it will become like, as they say, you cannot shame the shameless. But it seems you can actually shame the shameless, by the way, because you can use them as good examples to those who don't know that being shameless is shameful. Let's go on. That's not just that. They caught another one. Here is another one. This one is a party leader, APC leader. Okay. And it was actually going about with INEC officials with ballot papers and all that. They were printing in the bush. Is that not madness? Printing in the bush to rig an election? To be what? Mental problem. Some of them now mental problem. Mental problem. And this is what devil can do to you. Once he wants to shame you, destroy you, this is what happens.
Yes, this is what Honorable Agbons did, the councillor, with the INEC people. Look at them. He take them to the bush. They want to go and interpret it. Look at it. See, look at it. The Disgraced. Agbons, there's not a ballot paper and ballot box. They want to go and... Look at it. Look at it. They claim that he kidnapped them, or they want to go and complete the ballot paper and ballot box. Look at it. Look at it.
No, nobody's like that.
Why did you put compromise? Why did you put compromise? Hey!
Boss.
Look at it. Hey! Hey! No! Hey! Voilà, moto di national.
Say, Mo no run now. Mo no run. Hey, hola. Make that one no run. Come now, why they run? No run. Oh boy, why they no go run? When they don't see more than waiting them bargain for. It isn't that easy. Say people, boys they para. We don't know what they make them angry, right? For some reason, people like say everyone for Edo yesterday, like that they're just like angry at anybody who can't represent any godfather at all. And that was the reason. See the anger. If they had weapon, oh boy, you go see body for road yesterday or like dead body everywhere. Like they are ready to kill anybody who just come in to try to change anything. Like you can vote for PDP, you can vote for APC. That's what they were all about, right? There was nowhere that we have seen any video or evidence where they said, oh, PDP must not vote, APC must not vote. No. We've only seen where people are actually like having to run away because they met more than what they bargained for. So they proved that Edo is not Lagos. Honestly speaking, I respect that. Even though, guys, to be honest, that is an energy channeled into a wrong cause. Sometimes a cause can be of a necessity. That's why I said I would respect the fact that Edo people had option yesterday, and they have two. They can either go for the godfathers who can tell them how to rule their state, or take a stand to say, if we don't like you as our government, right, we will get you out. And nobody can make you stay. And if we want you, we will keep you. Nobody can take you out. That's the message yesterday. It's a very clear message for the future godfather. And that's the beginning. So it means that tomorrow, if you call Edo people, inside Obaseki's government, if Obaseki messed up, right, and you rally the Edo people and ask them that this and show it to them, they will stand up against him. That's another litmus test that I hope they will be able to pass. That is when Obaseki begin to fuck up. Then we will see Edo people the same way they resisted the godfathers. They can go after him and say, you know what? No, this is wrong. We will come for you. And I mean, I'm not talking about those who are going to be embittered after the election. So, you know, some of you are going to be sad for the next 4 years simply because Oshiomhole political career has been rested, right? Thiefnubu has been disgraced and sent back to Lagos, to you, the Lagos Abobakus, the crumb chasers, the ass lickers, the Lagos Alimajiris, the regular Baba, all right, sir, Baba Sokpes, ombud slaves, obedient fools. I'm not talking about you. Some of you will be embittered for so long again. But I want to deduce something from this action of the Edo people. And we must pay attention to that. So that means they can stand up for something that they feel strong about if you make them see reason too. Not just about election. And that's something I wanted those who are going to study what happened in Edo more than myself to look into. Yes, another way they handled another thief. This time around, this one, now INEC official, senior electoral officer for INEC, where they collect salary from INEC, and they sent him to Edo to go and rig election. How is that? Watch.
What do you say is your name again? Magnus. Magnus who? And who are you?
I am an officer. Working as election supervisor.
So you must check your paper before you get your duty. Like me now, I'm the deputy speaker of this state. So do I need to go and read it somewhere before I will know that I'm in my position?
I've been saying it now. I like election supervisor.
And you are to supervise which election? Supervise election at where?
Uronigbe.
So what happened at Uronigbe?
Uronigbe South. There was gunshot around 10:30.
Okay.
Because that is what I reported in my report.
Okay.
That there were gunshots around 10:30 in some of the polling units.
According to what they told you, because you said they deceive you just now.
I'm telling you.
They deceive you. Who deceive you? Who deceived you?
You said the staff now. You said when I said the
presiding officer.
Okay, the presiding officer deceived you.
No, they came from the field with their results. That they were not affected.
Which field?
They came to meet you at where? The police station.
Where did the presiding officer meet you?
Police station.
Okay. So where did you collect your results?
No, that was where we.
Officer. Where did you collect your results?
Open the leg open.
I need Jesus now.
Bros, see, you are a disgrace to democracy. All the 4+4 where we don't calculate for a door, where it don't work, you go just come. Wait till you think say you be now. DSS, if they were like Nigerian police, for don't beat you. Because you cannot come from your, what is it called, from your Supreme Court governor to bring you people to come and destabilize us here. we vote here,
brother,
and I vote Supreme Court governor, So I beg, tell them, Edo no be Lagos. Edo, we decide who control, who will govern us. Nobody will come and decide for us. So all those idiots that paid you in Urenigbe, I wish they can see you now. I wish they can see you now. They are known for violence. They are the lions and tigers that were trained. Unfortunately, you just allowed yourself to be used by them. As a mother, I will not, and I cannot stand for people like you to destroy this state for us and Nigeria safe. What are you doing? Station.
You see? That is what devil does to you. Greed, selfishness. That's what they do. That's what they do to you, right? I know some of you, it is about that money. My brother, if they give you money, my brother, you said go do this and that. I understand your situation, but when you continue to chase that money, you will end up as a shameless, disgraceful criminal like that. But in a criminal country like Nigeria, you are likely never going to get punished. Okay, it's going to get swept under the carpet and until another one again, right? But it is not going to be gloom and doom this morning, because my intention, by the way, is to show you what happened around the Edo election. So far, so good. Obaseki has won 12, confirmed, by the way, 12 local governments, convincingly with over 70,000 votes margin to that of Obaseki, to that of Izeyamu. That is so much for them to, you know what I mean? So they only have about 1 local government or 2 local government left. I'm going to check up on the INEC website now before we go. But something happened. They say Izeyamu not too well. But we try to get a glimpse of him and see if he's actually okay or not. So we got a clip. I have got a clip that I'm going to share with you. And when Izeyamu was caught on camera, he was in fact complaining to God knows who, that why is Governor Wike moving about? Why is he still in Edo State? And I don't know. I think Wike happened to be the wicked one who seems to have done something for them in Edo, but that is on the political class. So we won't give the victory to people like that, but they can share part of it because they all stood and made Izeyamu to make a phone call. Listen to him.
I'm not aware of that, but what is the governor of Rivers State doing in Edo State? Huh? You know, and they also go and stay where he is. There's nothing wrong with that. The important thing is that there's freedom of association, but if you have no business voting here, there's no need to be on the street. If they want to stay in.
So, Baba was complaining. Pastor was complaining. Or is it Pastor Imam? Or Pastor Imam Oluwo? Or I don't know. He was complaining about Wike being in Rivers State, which is very much all wrong now. Guys, all wrong. But in Nigeria, they know how they do their things. Because Gandola too. Gandola was in Rivers State, was in Edo State. And he actually packed his bag. Let me go and look for that picture. Maybe I can show you and share that with you. So Gandola, who happened to be the leader of the APC governorship campaign, Izeyamu's governorship campaign, was in Rivers State. I'm sorry, in Edo State, rather, in Benin City yesterday. And I'll share his image with you now. One moment. So, Pastor was complaining, what is Wike doing here? It shouldn't be. Yes, there's a freedom of movement and all of that, but they shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? And I actually agree with him. Wike should be in Rivers State, being a Rivers State governor. Okay? But they say when the Egbedu entered body early this morning, Gandola packed his bag, as usual, you know, and decided to go back to his own Kano, to the Emirates. So let's see if I can share that with you. Right, so I think that's that. So that is a Gandola cycle down in that picture, Gandola, now you sit down there, so it was, if you check very well, I'm going to show you another picture before the guy run to toilet. When the results started coming, and Eredo can't come. You know, in Eredo, Obaseki scored about 46,000 or 47,000, and he used about 22,000 votes to beat PDP. I mean, to beat Zay Yamude. At that point, Gandola started packing his, started packing his bag. Right? I know some of you are PDP member. You are laughing now, Abi. It's funny. You are laughing. Don't worry. Everybody gets your own turn. Don't think I'm your friend, oh. Okay. However, that's Gandola and his Alimajiri people from Kano. All of them don't pack their bag, right? Early this morning. Baba quickly rushed to toilet. You see that place? Now toilet, Baba they run to, so male toilet. When the final result was eaten and already the result came, and they realized that, oh boy, where this one come from? Like all this northern vote, KKK. Kano, Kaduna, Katsina. You know those KKK for Bukwari then. That's Gandola running to the toilet. Oh boy, if you like say, I don't know Kano, I don't know Lagos, so these guys are mad. Like the Baba run to toilet, and as I'm speaking to you right now, Gandola is back in Emirates, back to his harem in the Kano Emirates right now, telling them the story, the experience of going to Edo and coming back from Edo. There are two experiences, you know what I mean? So it's so ridiculous, right? That Nigeria has become a place whereby thieves are now the moral preachers, criminals, certificate forgers, election riggers, coup plotters, killers, murderers, kidnappers, extortionists, pickpockets are now those in charge of morality in that country. I don't understand how you expect that to really work with people who actually make genuine living, genuine life, that they have genuine source of living, of a livelihood rather, to sit down and respect these criminals simply because they are called governors or called leaders or called elders or called any other sundry useless name that you might give to them. They are a bunch of rogues that are only should be called either opportunists or career criminals who chose politics as a cover-up. So they decided to send a thief that should not even have arms right now. If Sharia is working in the north, his hands, he should have cut them off right now. Okay? But he's in Edo. We will quarantine Wiki. We will send Obaseki away. We will retire Obaseki. And they are now waiting for their Tanko technicality, the plane driver, the Babala Wife, right? Probably they will take a case call, the election to court, and they will just wait for the tribunal, their Supreme Court Tanko technicality to give them the Hope Uzodinma, the Supreme Court governor of Imo State. But there's a difference. There's a difference. When they did that to the people of Imo State, they quickly circled it around legal position that nothing can be done because it was made by the Supreme Court. But there is no court without the people. If the Supreme Court of the land goes against the will of the people, yeah, you can shut down the state. Hope Uzodinma shouldn't be governor in Imo State. Honestly speaking, if the Imo people who genuinely voted for Hediowa at the time were ready to never have him, but you know what? They upped it on the legal presentation. And I want to say something. They may try the same in Edo, but I'm going to try to to raise my hope a bit, a little bit higher here and say, if Edo people, if they could do this to Shiomole and its rampaging jihadist marauders and, the Lagos thief that led the legion of criminals to Edo State, if they could resist them as they did now, if any court declare anything, and say somehow, person will win for 4 local governments or will win for 5 local governments is now the winner of your election, then there shouldn't be a state. And that could be our own catalyst for the real revolution and the takedown of that fake contraption, the fake country called Nigeria. So the statement is made. the message is sent. Thiefnubu is disgraced. But you know, back home, he is going to go back to Lagos and start, feeling a little bit unconcerned, and his own ego massagers, the Lagos Abobakus, the Lagos Alimajiris, the Babasokwe's, the ass lickers, the crumb chasers, you know what I mean now? The lily-livered Ambode slaves, the sophisticated morons, and the obedient fools that are going to massage the ego of a deflated addict, Thiefnubu, a common political auction. Yeah, they are going to tell you that Edo is nothing, it's absolutely nothing, but it is a lot, and I'm going to tell you about it. And another notion, an impression that some of you usually have about Yoruba land, whenever they are talking about Thiefnubu, is this. I am a Yoruba man. I can tell you about Yoruba politics to some extent, and you will have to be so deep, right, to fault me on some of my own facts that I will present to back up my position, okay? I'm a Yoruba man, right? And I can tell you in all clear terms about Yoruba politics. And they are not really far-fetched, by the way. They are not really things that are in any way entangled. No, so straightforward. We have we have Lagos, Ogun, Ondo, Ekiti, Osun, and then Oyo State. We have 6 certified states in Yoruba land right now that are next to one another. 6. From that 6 states, right, the influence of your Thiefnubu in Yoruba land is not beyond that of his Lagos state. Now, even in that Lagos state, right, is developed and designed a sort of a structural weaponized poverty, so that more people are living in more poverty in Lagos state, and empower the those who are going to be the victims of those rotten society, the thugs. So he's empowered political criminals to be more powerful even than the police in the state, that they can unleash mayhem that can shut the whole state down within minutes or hours. So he has that machinery in place, so that if any political arrangement in Lagos state is not going according to his plan, he can unleash those weapons of mass destruction, the tout, on the populace, on the citizens, armless citizens, right? So that alone is the fear factor that makes him feel like he controls Lagos state. You know why he doesn't even control Lagos state, yeah? Do you know why he doesn't control Lagos state? You will know. The Lagos state has, the population of over 22 million people. Let's put that in quote and unquote, right? 22 million people. Those who are genuinely living in Lagos state and doing businesses in Lagos state are more than 80% that are not really interested in politics. But when it comes to the market men, market women, which are easy crowd for this, political game, they are those that Thiefnubu managed, with the money he's managed to steal from the rest of them, right, to keep in his own on his own side, so that they will be handy and useful all the time to present the spectacle of a massive crowd supporting him every now and then. But when it comes to election, he never relies on them. He relies more on his political thugs that are ready to stop any group of people in any part of Lagos that are not willing to vote or support any of his own political position. And he's been doing that. Intimidation, harassment, killing, kidnappings. People get killed. People get kidnapped, right? People get tortured. I'm talking about the violence, political violence of Lagos state that many are not really paying attention to until now. We are paying attention now. The awareness is rising, and with time, you will realize that Thiefnubu has no political influence outside his own political Lagos. But he can tell you otherwise. You know why? In Nigeria, they are very fond of throwing names. The same way, this crop of fraudsters who call themselves political leaders in Yoruba land, the same way they were throwing the names, throwing about the names of Awolowo. They did, they always do that. The reason is because our people in Yoruba land, right? If you have something to show, just one thing to show, right, that they can associate with, it will last your lifetime. So Thiefnubu has nothing to show for that, but they have something to say, oh, if not for Thiefnubu, the Yorubas will not be in the political equation of Nigeria, which is absolute lie. Since 1999, those who have been elected Yoruba governors, who have been elected governors, senators, reps, commissioners, or any other political position in Nigeria, they've been 100% Yorubas, whether PDP or APC. But they've managed to put that narrative in the mind of our people. The Ogun State governor is not in the control of the same Thiefnubu. Well, Oyo State is PDP. Definitely, Oyo State is not under the control of Thiefnubu. Osun State, where his own cousin, Boyega Oyetola, is governor of Osun State. They are now, probably, that is the only one extra that they are not even relying on. As of a week ago, Oyetola was still very busy on doing so many other wrong things that Aregbe changed in Osun State. So politically, we will find out soon about his own political allegiance. If you go to Ekiti State, the Ekiti State governor, Fayemi, happened to be not in control of anywhere from Bodilon, for those who know. If you go to, where else again? Ondo State, where we have Aketi, which is likely going to get defeated too, in a way, with the political storms going on right now as well. They are not in control of this your Jaga bandit, the Jagawiri. But they easily push that to make you feel like it's actually somebody beyond that is Lagos. Now, with what happened in Edo State, I'm not basking in this euphoria of they have defeated that. No, I'm not. That's not my own message here. What I'm telling you here is that a lot is changing. The awareness is rising. People are more conscious. Decisions are being taken. Options are being widened. Before now, the criminals have done so well to minimize options, just like what happened in Edo yesterday. But when you check out the consciousness, the awareness, and the readiness of the people themselves, right, you can tell that, yeah, it is changing. And that is what we have to keep up. One day, the people who stopped godfatherism, right, will stand up and stop Nigeria from killing them. Because we all know there is no difference between the PDP and the APC. But when they narrowed the option down to 2 for them in Edo State yesterday, they choose continuity over godfatherism, which is a very good example to say, if they can do that, right, successfully, they can challenge any wrong thing again if they are encouraged to do that. Thank you so much for your time. I'm going to draw the curtains, yeah? I'll see you some other time. Until then, yeah, do not stop following and watching Maiyegun's Diary. Even if you don't want to watch, right? Still watch if you have to. Good morning.
Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́ Maiyegun máa wí. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ Maiyegun máa wí. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Presido bá rúfin o Maiyegun máa wí. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ Maiyegun máa wí. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá Maiyegun máa wí. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o Maiyegun máa wí. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú Maiyegun máa wí. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Ani esunraki Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú esunraki.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì Maiyegun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.